Hello and welcome to Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. I'm Mr. Randy, and today we're doing another final pour episode. If you're new to the channel, hello, welcome, come on in. All my returning viewers, you know how we do. Always great to see you. Come on, let's get this done, shall we? Today's final pour episode is going to be the Proper 12 Black Reserve Irish whiskey, rich and intense. Yeah, we found that not to be true. So this is batch number 1. Don't let that fool you in believing that it's going to be a number 2. I wouldn't say it's not possible, in the realm of possibilities, but it is. So coming in at 40% alcohol by volume, it's finished in heavy charred bourbon barrels, triple distilled. I always find that, yes, there is a place for triple distilled, but why limit yourself to that? I've had plenty of double distilled Irish whiskey, like the Two Gingers. That's like a $15 bottle on the shelf. Most people don't even look down on that bottom shelf, but I do. I like trying new stuff, and that Two Gingers definitely had a little bit of roughness to it, but it was a good one. So cork pop, a organic, nondescript, but it's got the a sticker label. Let's go ahead and get a pour on, shall we? That neck is a little too long to be doing a. Oh yeah. I totally misjudged that one. It's fine. It happens. I'll give you a little look. If you want to see more information and get more in-depth with this bottle, go ahead and check it out, the full review video. But while we're there, for all the new people tuning in on the very back end of this whole deal, I do a 3-part series. Part 1, off the rip, get it home, crack it open, have my first pour, share my first experience with you, because that's what I do. Part 2, full review time. I drink it down halfway, put the cork in it, put it on the shelf, let it sit for a week and a half. I let it open up, off gas, determine what it wants to be in life. It wants to be an empty bottle, that's what it wants to be. Anyway, I go online, try and find out as much as I can, sometimes come back with next to nothing. But we will talk about it, I will score it, I'll continue to drink it, because part 3, final pour, thusly named, where we're at here today, and we compare that final pour as it is from the first pour off the rip all the way through the bottle. So all right, yeah, sure, transparency time. I did not care for this bottle very much on the first third of the bottle. The second third of the bottle is where it started getting really good. And then finally, this final third of the bottle is where it just kind of went pretty quickly. It went pretty quickly. It was a lot easier to drink. On the nose, it's very, very light. I'm getting very light oak, woody. It's more wood than it is like oak. I don't know if I can describe quite like what I'm talking about between the difference between oak and wood, because oak is a wood. But oak has a certain smell about it, especially charred oak. And it says right there, heavy charred. And I don't think I'm really getting the heavy part on it. It comes off very, very light, but there is some vanilla, a slight bit of alcohol, like rubbing alcohol with a bit of caramel. It's all very light, but it is very, very different now than it was off the rip. You see that little drip running right there? Let's go ahead and get on the palate. I'm calling out all you Proper 12 haters. I understand. Years ago, when Proper 12 first came out, it had its more than fair share of haters. And I don't know if that was because of McGregor, or if it was the whiskey in the bottle. But I'm pretty sure, and I'm not the only one, I'm pretty sure that they've changed what they put in the bottle. Because my first bottle of Proper 12 was, it was okay. It wasn't horrible as most people led us to believe. But then like almost a year later, when I had gone out and got another bottle as to do a refresh, a revisiting, if you will, of the Proper 12, that's when the second bottle, I feel, was better than the first. It may have been there's a difference in the formulation of the whiskey, or it could be that I'm a better connoisseur, a more appreciative of what's in the bottle now than I was back then. all things are possible. So let's go ahead and get this next one on, and we'll move on. I gotta be looking at what's in the frame. It's got good viscosity. Look at that. And yes, after all this time, it's still got some pretty good viscosity. Transfers well to the palate. Yes, it's very light, but it's not weak. Do not mistake that. As I've said before, and I'll continue to say it probably every video, up here in this top third of the bottle, it's going to be compressed. It's going to be tight because it's been captured in that bottle for so long. But as you allow more air into it, it will sort of relax. It'll open up. It'll blossom, if you will, and it'll become something better. As things are loosened up, you can pick them apart instead of being just chaos in a glass. I have a better appreciation for this bottle on this final pour. Sadly, it took a whole bottle to get there, but we got there. Okay. I think this is better, much better than I gave it credit at any other part. Now in this final pour, I find it to be more enjoyable. It's a little more distinguished than the OG version, but yeah. I mean, yes, it's light, but okay. Let's go ahead and get one more before we move on. Let's talk about the palate. It's very, very easy, very smooth, if you will. There's plenty of wood, a little bit of oakiness, some vanilla, not a whole lot of caramel. It's very light, but it does have some strength on it. Not a whole lot, but it definitely doesn't go weak. It does not go weak. It's a very easy, very, light sipper, which I have. I drink my whiskeys neat, except for when they cannot be drank neat. Then we got to mix it with something, because we got to move on. If you like the video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. If you have not subscribed to the channel as of yet, go ahead and do so now. That way, bypass the algorithm. Make sure you never miss a video. These videos are all about my opinions, my impressions, my experiences. And I'd like for you to come along with me on that. So you may just find something that's right up your alley. Now, I used to watch a lot of review videos back in early 2025 when I first started the channel, because I just didn't know a lot. And then I developed into a sort of space where I wanted to experience it for myself without any kind of influence. So now I normally do not watch other people's review videos before I review it myself. Sometimes afterwards, that's when I start looking at other channels to see what they have to say about the same thing I did. That way I don't have an influence of my opinion, and I can compare it, honestly compare it. That's when I find out who has similar palates and similar tastes. Okay, I think we're ready for this final finish. Very light, somewhat loose on the palate, but it is the final pour. Still has strength. It feels like it's really holding on to some integrity here. Like I said, I did not give this bottle enough credit, but now I do. Now I feel like I have to go back and change my score on it. I might bump it up maybe one notch off of whatever score I gave it. I don't remember at this point. But I have a better appreciation. I'm getting good tingling in the gums. The cheeks are pretty much tapped out, just as the tongue is as well. The jowls are still alive. They got a little bit of tingling. As far as any warmth or heat on the back end, I think it's probably at best a solid 1. So like I said, this is very light and very easy. This bottle, like I said, I think it was like $30-something out the door. as opposed to the OG Proper 12, which is probably roughly about $20 out the door in most places. Still a pretty solid bottle, but this one, how do I compare it to the original one? I'd say this is a little bit more refined, a little bit more of a whiskey, like an American whiskey, as opposed to a Scotch, because it's that heavily charred oak barrels, and it's relatively light. So yeah, it does come off much like a standard American whiskey, not a bourbon, an American whiskey. I still got a pretty good tingling all up in the gums and the lips. That's nice. That's really nice. Well, I'm not going to keep you. In the comment section, love to know where you're at. What are you currently drinking? What do you think about Proper 12? Have you had the Proper 12 Black Reserve? And have you seen the elusive unicorn Proper 12 cask strength? You heard me. I have seen it. This was not the label I saw on the bottle. This is a new labeling. They've just done that just recently. Proper 12 is stepping up their game. Have you had the atrocious Apple Irish or Irish Apple by Proper 12? It's very hard to get into except for cocktails. But anywho, check out that video as well if you're interested. And as always, thanks for stopping by here at Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. Have a good one.